What is up, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to Full Metal Geek. We are finally here at the #1 contenders match, the last one before the tournament. And what better co-host to have than the man who's been waiting for this match, because now he finally gets to do something as our current champion. I'm talking about, of course, Mr. Nick Tuig. Nick, it's been a long time since you got the belt, but now here we are again at a chance to give you your first challenger. How are you doing?
I'm doing well. No need to apologize. I've enjoyed my time in the Bahamas, just kicking my feet up, relaxing with the belt, things like that. But I'm very excited to see which one of these worthy competitors I will get to play next.
Yeah, absolutely. This is going to be a very interesting match because this is kind of a repeat of the beginning of the year. We have David and Amaru going up against each other. You know, we came out of the brawl. David's team won. His team went at it to each other. Amaru came out on top to face David. And now it is literally, once again, David and Amaru playing each other for the chance to play yourself. Except this time, rather than a #1 contenders match being on the line, it is actually the belt itself. But, you kind of got a preview of the brawl, Nick. You know, you saw everyone throw down. Like I said, I mean, I don't think you could have any two more worthy competitors going for the chance at the belt. What do you think?
Absolutely. Amaru definitely surprised a lot of people in that brawl. I'm pretty sure he went perfect at least once, if not twice, and really was the weight that I think carried David's team to victory. So if David were to beat him today, that'd be mean because Amaru helped you get here.
All right, well, let's see what they have to say real quick. We'll go ahead and speak to our current #2 ranked contender, and that is Amaru Moses. Amaru, welcome back. You've done it, man. You did an amazing job at the brawl. You and Jay were able to take down Ryan and Albert, and then you took down Jay very, very heavily took down Jay, and now you're here once again. I know you say you and David throw down a lot, but there's a lot more at stake here with this one. You know, like I said, do you think you playing more after the brawl is going to give you advantage over David here?
It would only give myself an advantage for me. There is no such thing as an advantage over David. That man is a beast. And while I'm studying, I'm like, well, I know he's doing the exact same thing as long as he's not asleep. So I'm really coming into this kind of like how I came into a match I had against Nick. I need to play for me. I need to play against me. This is the calmest, most confident I've been. On top of the fact that you said it's a repeat of earlier this year, this is the 20th repeat of whatever me and David has. He's going to continue talking about it, but we have a contract to play at least once a month because man. But I wouldn't have it any other way. So I'm ready to go.
All right, well, good luck to you, sir. Now let's go ahead and speak to the #1 ranked contender. That is David. David, welcome back. We haven't seen you since the brawl, but, you did it, man. You put together a winning team, and you did your part in the brawl to where you got to say, you know what, I'm going to sit back and relax and let it come down to a one-on-one, and that one-on-one is finally here against Maru. Now, he's been playing a lot since the brawl, but You've been here before. You've been in a 5-round match, #1 contenders match before. Do you think that's going to help you going into this, or you think Amaru's just on a tear right now? What are you feeling right now going into this match?
Well, first of all, I hope the experience in my last #1 contender 5-round matches doesn't repeat itself. But yeah, that being said, they say 7 is the most magical number. I hope that's not a question. So let's make this Amaru versus David the most magical of them all, because it's the 7th time we've played each other. We are 3-3, so what better way to settle it than a 5-round match? This is going to be the final battle until we play against next month. But again, I cannot say anything bad about Amaru. I tried in the chat, but it did not work out. I cannot be not nice to Amaru. But no, as he said, I have been studying. I have been looking forward to this one. I feel like I have done so many pre-match interviews against Amaru that I have said everything good that I can say about him. So let's do this.
All right, that's what I like here. Let's go ahead and get this started. Gentlemen, There it is for the number one contendership for a chance at the champ. We start, of course, with round number one. Round number one is going to work like every other round number one. You will each get 10 questions from throughout the world of geekdom, 15 seconds to answer. Once time is up, you will reveal your answer and vocalize it. Each correct answer is worth 1 point. If either or both of you go perfect in this round, there will be a bonus question at the end. Keep in mind for this entire match, gentlemen, you still have 3 repeats and 1 challenge available to you. Now, David, are you ready?
Yep.
Amaru, are you ready?
Yes, sir.
All right, then I will go ahead and start you off. Gentlemen, 5 rounds to a finish. Round number 1, question number 1 is going to be in the category of Star Trek. Who is assigned as captain of the USS Titan as revealed in Star Trek Nemesis?
If you could be captain of a ship, RJ, what would you want that ship to be called?
God, that's a good question. Damn, I can't even. Man, Nick, this is why I like having you on the other side of the table. That's a hard one. 5.
Mine is the USS Pizza Bagel Bite.
2, 1. Pens down. That is a great answer. I'll have one for you later. Let us start with David.
William Riker.
And Amaru.
Those are delicious. Riker.
We will just accept Riker. Both correct.
Your next question is in the category of the worlds of DC. What is the name of the young pickpocket who swallows the diamond in Birds of Prey?
We do need a full name. Full name. I got one. I would be the USS Minnow Johnson. And if anyone in movie trivia can tell me where that's from, I appreciate it. I feel like Amaru knows, and we'll see if he knows once we count these gentlemen down in 5.
Repeat the question.
4. All right, that is going to be David's first repeat. Go ahead and give it to him, Nick.
The question again, what's the name of the young pickpocket who swallows the diamond in Birds of Prey?
Nick, do you know where that reference is from?
Not even a little bit. It went right over my head.
Oh, man.
I was going to laugh along and pretend like I did, but
but then I called you out, and then you were like, oh, now you put me on the spot. It's all right. All right, give it a 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down, and we start with Amaru.
I don't remember where it's from, but I remember that it is a reference, and I've heard it before. Cassandra Cain.
And David.
Cassandra Cain.
Both correct. It is from Rush Hour 2 when Chris Tucker's trying to pretend that it's his yacht. All right. Your next question, gentlemen, is going to come in Marvel. This is non-MCU Marvel films. Why does Johnny make a deal with the devil in Ghost Rider? Nick, I don't want to put your religion in question, but would you make a deal with the devil? Be honest.
I was trying to think of a different question. I really would be on you on, huh? Yeah, why not? There's some things I want.
I mean, you gotta be honest. 2, 1. All right, pens down, gentlemen, and we go back to David.
To cure his father's cancer.
And Amaru.
To save his dad's life.
We will accept both those answers.
Yeah.
All right. The next question is in the category of the MCU. What is the name of the shield aircraft frequently used by the Avengers that the Hulk flies away in at the end of Avengers Age of Ultron?
Nick, if you had one of these, where's the first place you would take it?
Ooh. I mean, Mars, I guess. There's not really a whole lot of places we could go.
I mean, I meant somewhere simple, like I'm going to fly to vacation, like in Fiji or something. But you know what? Mars is great. Great vacation. Go to Mars.
I'm embarrassed by my answer now.
3, 2, 1. No, you took it to another level that people forget about this vehicle. Let's go ahead and go to Amaru.
Quinjet.
And David.
The Quinjet.
Both correct. We continue being tied as we get into your 5th question, gentlemen. This is going to come in the category of Star Wars. What kind of creature do Finn and Rose ride through Canto Bight on in The Last Jedi?
You know, when I saw this movie, I wanted to put my whole fist through this stupid segment of the movie.
When I saw this movie, it was 3:00 in the morning because I thought it was going to be that good that I wanted to avoid spoilers. So I went to a 3:00 in the morning showing. 5, 4, 3, 2. Oh, yeah. It took me actually falling asleep to realize the mistake that I had made. Let's go ahead and go to David.
5 years.
And Amaru.
I like this movie. 5 years.
Both correct.
Your next question is in the category of Middle Earth. What is the name of Theoden's son who was killed by orcs in the Two Towers?
I just did my rewatch of these, and the first time watching all 3 extended, Bernard Hill's speech over the grave is one of the best speeches put to film. I think it's so underrated and never talked about.
Well, I had never seen the extendeds either, and then I watched all 6 extended editions.
Me too. 5,
And there's
4,
naked dwarves that I didn't need to see.
2, 1. I would agree with that. Let's go ahead and go to Amaru.
Phaedrid.
And David.
Theodred.
Both correct. All right, gentlemen. As we continue this, your next category is everybody's favorite, and that is mixed bag. What historical figure opened the portal that brought Hellboy to Earth in 2004's Hellboy? I couldn't think of anything that doesn't give this away. I don't want to make a comment.
I was going to say maybe the mixed bag category should be renamed to the Hellboy franchise plus a couple other movies.
No, we're going to call it The Crow and His Friends. It's going to be called Crow and Friends. We're going to call it next season. Crow and Friends.
That's a good one.
4, 3, 2, 1. We love you, Robert. All right, let's go ahead and go to David.
Rasputin.
And Amaru.
I said Columbus.
Rasputin is the correct answer. David taking the first lead of the match.
Jesus.
Your next question is in the category of the Wizarding World. In The Crimes of Grindelwald, what did Lita's boggart transform into?
I'm sorry. You cut out in the...
That's okay. Give a technical repeat on that one.
In The Crimes of Grindelwald, what did Lita's boggart transform into?
Oh, you said father. I was like, wait, what?
That's
talking about a movie that just made you want to punch it out of existence. Yeah.
Yeah. Maybe it'll pay off later. We don't know. It won't.
It probably will not. I mean, that ending will probably never pay off. I'm sorry. It's dumb. It's never going to pay off. 5, 4,
you're right.
3, 2, 1. Pens down, gentlemen, and we will start with Maru.
It's a bit long, but dead baby floating underwater in the cloth.
And David.
Just put her baby brother drowning.
Both of those answers, I will take both of those answers. Those are acceptable. All right, gentlemen, your penultimate question, just because I like saying it like that, is going to be in directors and composers. What 90s superhero film was directed by Simon Windsor and composed by David Newman? There's something I want to say to this question, but I know I will give away the answer, so I'm going to keep my mouth shut until the answer is revealed. I think you know where I'm going with this, Nick.
Absolutely.
Oh my god.
Give it 5.
There's no
4,
comment there.
3, 2, 1. Pens down, and we start with David.
I'm so mad. No.
Nope. And Amaru.
The Phantom.
That's...
Affleck was the bomb in Phantom, yo. It is now a tied game once again, and there will be no perfect round. So, Nick, hit him with the last question.
The last question is in the category of DC. Who plays Lacey Warfield in Superman 4, The Quest for Peace? AKA The Quest for a Better Movie.
aka the quest for more money.
Yes. That didn't pan out well.
Not at all. Reminds me of the sequel that Mel Brooks always wanted to make for Spaceballs 2, The Search for More Money.
I would like that as well. I'm still waiting.
Still waiting for that. Dude, I totally thought he was serious, and then I realized that movie was as many years old as it was because I saw it as a kid for the first time. 3, 2, 1, pens down. Gentlemen, let us start with Amaru.
This is not right. I just wanted a name. Ava Marie Saint.
And David.
Leslie Eckstein.
We're looking for Mariel Hemingway. Hemingway. Because apparently that's a person. All right. So after round number 1, we have exactly what you expected. A high-scoring tied game between these two titans. 8-8 as we get into round number 2. So round number 2 is going to work like this for you, gentlemen. It's our regular round 2. It's the wheel round. We'll bring up a wheel that has 10 slices on it, 8 categories, and hero and villain's pick. You'll each get a spin at the wheel, and whatever category you land on, you'll receive 5 questions in it, each worth 2 points. You're not sure of the answer, you can't go to multiple choice. However, it takes the value of the question down to 1. Keep in mind, gentlemen, there is stealing in this round. Now, if you don't like the category you spin, you are allowed 1 respin unless it lands on villain's pick. Now, since this is a tie game, David, you are still the higher ranked contender. So I will present the wheel to both competitors. And then, David, you can decide whether you would like to spin first or second. Did I pull up the right wheel this time? Hey, I finally pulled up the right wheel on the first try. Good stuff for me. All right, gentlemen. Your categories for today are going to be Star Trek, directors and composers, mixed bag, MCU, DC, Marvel, Star Wars, and Middle Earth. So, David, after reviewing all the categories, would you like to spin first or defer to your opponent?
I just want to avoid mixed bag because it seems to be a trend with Amaru, but I'm going to spin first this one.
All right, spinning first. It's a bold move, Cotton. Let's see if it pays off. You know, if my computer wants to respond. And there it goes. The spin is away. And it lands on Marvel, non-MCU Marvel. Would you like to keep that or use your respin?
Keep it.
All right, he will be keeping the category of Marvel. Remember, gentlemen, both of you keep your hands up where we can see them at all times during the questioning. And Nick, you will go ahead and prompt David's questions whenever you're ready.
All right. David, pardon me. Your first question in the category of Marvel. What is Harry doing when MJ calls about coming over in Spider-Man 3?
No.
5, 4, 3, 2,
Multiple
1.
choice.
Okay. Your multiple choice options are A, playing basketball, B, reading, C, painting, D, cooking.
If he's painting.
That's correct for 1 point. Your second question. Where was Alex Summers when he was first recruited by Charles and Eric in X-Men First Class?
Do you accept a broad answer on this one?
Yes, we'll accept the broad
I'm
answer.
going to say he was in a cell.
I'm going to accept it. We'll give him the 2 points for that.
I agree with it. Yeah.
Juvenile, prison, that's where he was. We'll accept that for 2 points.
Okay, so there we go. Your next question is in the category, or still in Marvel. Did you know that?
Yep.
What mode of transportation do Jay and young K use to get from Manhattan to Florida in Men in Black 3?
I know what it is. I don't know if it has a specific
5,
name.
4,
Multiple choice.
3.
Okay. Your multiple choice options are A, teleporter, B, subway system, C, helicopter, D, jetpack.
Oh, right. A jetpack.
That's correct for another point.
I'm so glad I did that. I was Thinking about the wheel things.
Your fourth question. In Kingsman, The Secret Service, what's the first name of the girl who was training for the same open Kingsman position as Eggsy was?
Roxy.
That's correct for 2 points. And your final question. In Venom, who plays Anne's new boyfriend, Dr. Dan Lewis?
Ooh. Multiple choice.
Your multiple choice options are A, Timothy Simons, B, Rob Delaney, C, Ike Barinholtz, D, Reed Scott.
This could be Amaru. I don't know. D. As in dog.
As in dog, that is correct for 1 point.
All right. After that, David he's able to navigate through that with multiple choice. Is now 15-8 as we get into Amaru's spin. So we bring back up the wheel. And that time it brought up the wrong wheel. So you know what? Screw you, StreamYard, because you always want to do that to me. You always want to play games with my heart, and I don't like it. You're going to do it again, aren't you? You did it again. You son of a bitch. You know, StreamYard, sometimes I wish that duck that is your symbol was real, and I'd choke the shit out of it. And none of this has to make it into the final cut. Editors, I will let you decide all of that.
Before you spin, can you give me the categories again? Just real quick.
Sure, absolutely. I will remind you of all the rest of the categories. What is left on the wheel is Star Trek, directors and composers, mixed bag, MCU, DC, Star Wars, and Middle Earth. So are you ready for your spin now?
Yep.
All right. Your spin is away. And it lands on DC. Would you like to keep that or use your respin?
I'll respin.
All right. Spin is away. Whatever it lands on this time, you will be answering from. And it's Star Trek. Star Trek. All right. Amaru, are you ready for your questions in Star Trek?
Yes, sir.
All right. Your first question. In Star Trek Beyond, what was the name of the bioweapon that the villainous Krall was after for most of the film?
The Abernath.
That's correct for 2 points. Your next question. In Star Trek Nemesis, what's the name of the Romulan commander who flies the ship Valdor to assist Picard and crew at the end of the film?
Dinatra.
That's correct for another 2 points. Your next question. In The Voyage Home, what is the name of the whale enthusiast played by Catherine Hicks?
Jillian Taylor.
That's correct for another 2 points. Your fourth question. In which Star Trek film does a shapeshifter named Marcia betray members of the crew? Martia, sorry.
Subtitle, okay.
Subtitle is fine.
The Undiscovered Country.
That's correct for another 2 big points. And your final question. In First Contact, what comedic actor cameos as the con officer aboard the USS Defiant? Gotta give you 5, 4, 3, 2.
Multiple choice.
Your multiple choice options are A, Adam Scott, B, Aziz Ansari, C, Charlie Day, or D, Andy Samberg.
Oh. Repeat the options, please.
All right, that's one free repeat. You get the options. Is it A, Adam Scott, B, Aziz Ansari, C, Charlie Day, or D, Andy Samberg?
Adam Scott.
That is correct for 1 point. All right, Amaru also going through that fairly quickly. Is now a 2-point game as we get into this 17-15 as we get into round number 3. Round number 3 for the championship, our 5-round match, which works like a championship match, but whatever. For the number 1 contenders match, round 3 is our deep cut round. So 24 hours ago, each of these gentlemen were given a list of 3 films from throughout geekdom. And each of these films has 5 questions with it, each worth 2 points. Missing them does nothing, and there's no opportunity for steals. We will start with the competitor who is in the lead will pick their film. Then the other competitor will be able to pick from the remaining 2. But don't forget about that third one because we will be seeing it again. So to let the audience know, the 3 movies that the competitors were allowed to pick from today are going to be Road to Perdition, The Hobbit, An Unexpected Journey, and Star Trek Generations. So Amaru, now that you have the lead, you will get first pick. Which film would you like to answer from?
Star Trek Generations.
All right. And David, of the remaining 2, which one would you like your questions from?
The Hobbit.
All right. Okay, so David, since you are down by 2 points, we will be starting with you. I will get your questions for this round. Are you ready?
Mm-hmm.
All right. First question, The Hobbit, An Unexpected Journey. In the film, Bilbo says he once walked as far as where?
Frogmorton.
That is correct for 2 points to tie the game. Your next question. In the film, Gandalf suspects the mountain trolls came down from what mountainous region of Middle-earth?
Ettenmoors.
That's correct for another 2 points. Your third question. While the company is captured by trolls, what does Bilbo say is the secret to cooking dwarves?
You have to skin them first.
That's correct for another 2 points. Your fourth question. In the film, what is the name of the head of the hedgehog that Radagast tries to save from death?
Sebastian.
Another 2 big points. And your final question for a clean sweep. In the film, while in the troll horde, name one of the dwarves who tries to bury a chest of gold before they leave.
Gloin.
That is correct for 2 points. We also would have accepted Nori and Bofer. All right, clean sweep of that. Takes his score up to 25. But now we get to Amaru. You chose Star Trek Generations. Nick, whenever you're ready, hit him with those questions.
All right, Amaru, your first question from Star Trek Generations. Who served as captain of the Enterprise B at the beginning of the film?
John Harriman.
It's correct for 2 points.
David, we still need you to keep your hands up as well, even though there's no stealing.
Okay, sorry.
Your second question. What species of creature are Guinan and Soren?
El Orions.
Correct for another 2 points. What starship do Data and Picard find out had to make a course correction after the destruction of the Armagosa star?
Starship Bozeman.
It's correct for another 2 points. Your fourth question. In the Nexus, what is the name of Kirk's old love that he is cooking breakfast for?
Antonia.
It's correct for another 2 points and a tie game. As we get into your final question. In the film, Picard gets word that his brother and nephew have passed away, how did they die?
They burned to death in a fire.
That's correct. For a clean sweep.
All right, 2 clean sweeps through round 3 is still a 2-point game. Now 27-25. As we get into round number 4, round number 4 is our double Jeopardy round. We have 5 questions, each worth 1 point. However, if the competitors decide not to answer or answer incorrectly, they will also lose a point. Where are those questions coming from? We told you that movie was coming back later. So, Road to Perdition, we have 5 questions from there. And Nick, I will have you start this round for us.
Sounds good. All right. Gentlemen, the first question from Road to Perdition. While on the way to the wake at the start of the movie, Michael Sr. tells Michael Jr. he doesn't want to see what at the funeral?
I've yet to see this movie.
RJ. When I saw these 3 films, I was like, how lucky can you get to...
This is why I don't play. Give it a 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and we start with Amaru.
Dice.
And David.
The dice.
Both correct for 1 point. Your next question, gentlemen. What is the name of... I'm sorry, Nick, can you help me with that since I haven't seen the film?
What's the name of Kieran Hines' character?
There you go.
Who Michael Jr. sees get murdered.
And we do need the full name. Full name, gentlemen. Sorry about that. Thought I was ready. Then I looked at it and I was like, nope, don't know how to say his name.
Understand?
And see, usually I only run into that problem in like Star Trek and Wizarding World. But no, apparently I can run into it anywhere.
Yeah, pretty much.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down. This time we go to David first.
Finn McGovern.
And Amaru.
Finn McGovern.
Oh.
So Amaru's right.
Yes, Amaru is correct. David, unfortunately, incorrect. Amaru gains a point. David loses a point. It is now 25-29.
Your third question in Road to Perdition. Before starting to rob banks in the film, Mike Sullivan teaches his son, Michael Jr., to do what? I'm going to rob banks with my kid one day.
I want to successfully rob a bank one day in my Quinjet and then go to a non-extradition country. There you go.
Absolutely.
That's what I do. That's what I do with my Quinjet. That answers that question from earlier. Rob a bank, fly to a non-extradition country, live out my life on whatever money I stole. 5, 4,
It
3,
all comes back around.
2, 1. Pen down, and we go to Amaru.
Drive.
And David.
Drive.
Both correct. Your next question, gentlemen. During a hotel shootout in the film, McGuire gets his face injured by what? We will take a broad answer, but if you get too specific and you're wrong, you're wrong. So have at it with that.
That is advice to follow at all times. If you are wrong, you're wrong.
Oh, everyone knows me. If you try to over-explain and your over-explanation is wrong, I don't care if it's half right. It's all wrong.
Yep. RJ doesn't like show-offs.
I don't. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Pens down, and we go to David.
I just said glass. I don't know.
And Amaru?
A lamp. Glass from a lamp.
This is exactly what I'm talking about because the general glass is correct. However, it is not glass from a lamp. It is glass from a vase. So Amaru will be losing that point, but David will be getting the point.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't remember what it is from.
The final question in Road to Perdition. Mike Sullivan is nursed back to health after a gunshot wound. What does he leave as a gift to the elderly couple who helped him?
That's what I love about this round. A lot of crazy things can happen with points right there.
Nutty.
Absolutely nutty. And this is why I warn people don't over-explain. I do it for a reason, guys. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Also, I'm a dick. So let's go ahead and go to David first.
Bag full of money.
And Amaru.
Money.
Both are correct. So after that little mix-up, we actually do still have a 2-point game. It is now 30-28, still in favor of Amaru as we get into the final round. So, gentlemen, the final round will work like this. We now have another wheel for y'all. This wheel now only has 6 categories on it. Each category has a 2-pointer, a 3-pointer, and a 5-pointer. Sorry, had to cough there for a second. You will each get 3 spins at the wheel, 1 for each point value of question. If you get it right, you get those points. If you get it wrong, nothing happens. Keep in mind, a category can be spun more than once as long as it is in a different point value. For the entire round, you are allowed 1 respin. If you don't like your 2-pointer category, you can spin it again, but then you cannot respin on the 3 and the 5. And we will stay with the lower scoring competitor until they take the lead over their opponent. Tying does nothing. You must take the lead. So, since David is the lower right now, I will present the categories to the gentleman, and we will start with him. Gentlemen, your round 5 categories for today are going to be Middle-earth, Star Trek, Mixed Bag, MCU, Worlds of DC, and Marvel. So, David, are you ready for your 2-pointer spin?
Yep.
All right. That spin is away. And it lands on the MCU. Would you like to keep that for 2 points or use your respin?
Yeah, I'll keep it.
All right. And Nick, you will go ahead and handle his questions for this round again.
Okay. David, your 2-point question. In Spider-Man Far From Home, what city does Mysterio stage his final battle in?
London.
That's correct for 2 points.
With that, David does tie the game, but like I said, he must take the lead, so we bring back up the wheel for him for his 3-pointer. David, are you ready?
Mm-hmm.
All right, all categories are eligible again. And it lands on Middle-earth. Would you like to keep that for your 3-pointer or use your respin?
I'll take it.
All right. And Nick, whenever you are ready.
Okay, your 3-point question, Middle-earth. While being tortured in the Fellowship of the Ring, Gollum reveals what 2 words about the location of the ring?
Shire and Baggins.
That's correct for 3 points.
All right, with that, David did take the lead. Is now 33-30. It is now Amaru's turn at the wheel. And Amaru, are you ready for your 2-pointer spin?
Yep.
All right. Every category is eligible except for the MCU. And for you, it lands on Middle-earth. Would you like to keep that for your 2-pointer or use your respin?
I will keep it.
All right. All right, Amaru, for 2 points to come within 1 of David. In Middle-earth. What does Treebeard think Merry and Pippin are when he first meets them in the 2 towers?
Orcs.
That's correct for 2 points. All right, we bring back up the wheel once again. This is for Amaru's 3-point spin. Amaru, are you ready?
Yep.
All right. Every category is eligible except for Middle-earth for this spin. And it lands on Star Trek. Would you like to keep that for your 3-pointer or use your respin?
Keep it.
All right. All right, Amaru, for 3 points to retake the lead. What planet was Kirk marooned on when he met Scotty in Star Trek 09?
Delta Vega.
That is correct for 3 points and to retake the lead, 35-33. So here's where we stand. David now has his 5-point spin available, whatever category he lands on. If he hits it, he will take the lead and force Amaru to answer his 5. If he misses, Amaru will win and move on to the championship match. So, David, we bring up the wheel for you one more time. Every category is available, and you do still have a respin. Are you ready?
Yeah.
All right, that spin is away. And it lands on the MCU once again. Would you like to keep that or use your respin?
I'm going to respin.
All right, using the respin, whatever category lands on this time, you will be answering from.
Oh.
And it will be the worlds of DC. And Nick, whenever you are ready.
All right, David, your 5-point question in the world of DC. At the beginning of Aquaman, Queen Atlanta was in an arranged marriage with which Atlantean king?
King Orvax?
That's correct for 5 points.
5 big points right there. So now it does come down to this. Amaru now has his 5-point spin up. If he hits it, he will move on to the championship match. If he misses, David will get another shot at Mr. Tuig, this time for the belt. All right. So, Amaru, every category is available except Worlds of DC, and you also have your respin available. Are you ready?
Yeah, let's go.
All right. Spin is away. And it lands on mixed bag.
No.
I didn't even think I had to ask, but I was going to anyways. So we're going straight up no, right?
No.
So that's a respin, I'm guessing?
Yes, it is.
All right. Your respin is away. Whatever category lands on this time, you will be answering from. And for you, it comes down to the MCU.
Oh, shit.
All right. And keep in mind, tomorrow, you do still have all 3 of your repeats available.
Come on.
Amaru for 5 points. And the
You
win.
can do this one.
For 5 points.
Oof.
In Iron Man 3, Killian meets with Pepper to show her a hologram of his brain. What hologram does he accidentally show her first?
Oh, man.
Five, 4, 3, 2. First repeat. In Iron Man 3, Killian meets with Pepper to show her a hologram of his brain. What hologram does he accidentally show her first?
Oh.
5, 4, 3, 2. Second repeat. In Iron Man 3, Killian meets with Pepper to show her a hologram of his brain. What hologram does he accidentally show her first? Five, 4, 3, 2. Last repeat. In Iron Man 3, Killian meets with Pepper to show her a hologram of his brain. What hologram does he accidentally show her first?
Oh, man. Good shit, W.
5, 4, 3, 2,
The Milky Way galaxy.
1. And your winner, David Garcia. We're actually looking for the universe. It is the whole universe that he shows her, the known universe.
I didn't know what you were going to say. I knew the answer, and I genuinely didn't know how you were going to.
Wow, what a tight match right there. 35-38. David coming out on top. Man, let's go ahead and speak to these gentlemen real quick. We're going to go ahead and talk to Amaru real quick. Amaru, dude, a hell of a fight you put on there, man. I mean, you tied out of round 1, lead after round 2, lead after round 3, lead after round 4. You had that one mix up there with the glass. But, dude, you put on a hell of a fight right there. It's just at the end, you were on the right track. You said the Milky Way was the universe, but you played a hell of a match, dude. How are you feeling?
I'm feeling good overall. The entire match, I was hoping that Glass and Adam Scott didn't come back, and they did. They literally were the 3-point to sudden death. I knew Adam Scott. I just thought it was a different movie. That's why I went to multiple choice. So when I heard Adam Scott again, I was really mad because I was like, I know that. And then I didn't know if the thing was made of glass or if it was ceramic. And I did it, and I was like, all right, I'm pretty sure it was a lamp, and that just kind of screwed me. That's my 3 points right there. But I'm not upset. I'm not like completely upset. I'll be mad for a little bit. I'll just be back to face one of these two gentlemen after the tournament. That's it. That really is.
Well,
yeah.
Hey, man, I mean, like, you do know that, like you said, all this means is that now you're just the number 2 ranked contender in the tournament, so you still got a pretty good spot. Any word for any of the other competitors in the tournament?
I just said it. I plan to be playing one of these two gentlemen again so I can get this title match.
All right, well, great job today, man, and we will see you back in the tournament. Let's go ahead and now speak to the winner today. David, you know, you had a couple of stumbles, but you came back and you hit it when it count. You hit that 5-pointer, forced Amaru to his, and now here you are once again at the top. It's time for the championship match. Nick versus David 2. This time for the title. Y'all can talk to each other. How you feeling?
Hey, yeah, good job. Sounds like this just happened. It'll be fun, man. Like you're really good at this. I've gotten the belt. That's really all I want. Not that I'm like gonna try and lose or anything, but now that I got it, like I've accomplished the thing. I like playing in tournaments, so if I lose, like then I get to play in a tournament. It sounds dope.
Here's the thing, I don't. So what about I give you like $10 or something, and we, all right?
$10 isn't the price, but
okay.
We'll talk. Great job.
Thank you. Jesus Christ, I literally knew Amaru's answer. I knew the quote. I knew the quote. I didn't know the image. So I was like, fuck, is it the Milky Way galaxy or is it the universe? And I had a couple of stumbles, as you said, that I legitimately thought were going to cost me seeing how the match was going, because it was Nick all over again. Round 1, even round 2, I end up behind, and then we basically hit everything. So I didn't want that, and luckily I was able to hit a DC U5, which is something I kind of am very proud of, because DCU is something I have been working on, but it's not like my best. So I'm proud of that one. And Amaru did a hell of a job. Amaru had me. He legitimately had me on the ropes. So yeah, I cannot make those mistakes with Nick. McGorben, I again don't remember the real name. Was it McGorben or was it McRoben? I can't remember.
McGovern.
It was McGovern. You put
Okay, so
McGovern.
neither of those. Okay, cool. But I cannot make those mistakes with Nick. I was kicking myself for painting on the Marvel. I was kicking myself for the Phantom in round 1. So, yeah, I have to prepare even harder for Nick. So.
Oh, well, man, great job today. Take a little bit of a breather. You made it this far, and we'll see you back in that championship match. Mr. Tuig, before we go, any last thoughts about that match? Are you excited to play David once again?
Well, yeah, let me just get back on my seat because I was on the edge of it for so long. Yeah, no, I'm excited. Like I said, these two are very good opponents, very good players. So I would just like to have fun and have a good match. Sounds
Absolutely. That's what we look forward to. All right, ladies and gentlemen, that does us for here at Full Metal Geek. Make sure you do everything you're supposed to do. Like, comment, subscribe, even give us a dislike. I don't care. Someone clicked the button. That's enough to say that someone at least took the time to click the button. But for everyone, for Amaru, for David, for the champ, I've been the Red Ranger. We will see you guys next time at the championship match here on Full Metal Geek.